Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've gotten a request to do sine rule, but before I get into sine rule, just get this little hint, alright? And once we get this little hint, it will be so easy to know when to use the sine rule, when to use this, and when to use that. So let's get straight into it. So guys, here I have my little triangle, alright? Now, first thing you're gonna do, if you're given a triangle, so if they ask you to find an angle or a side, the first thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna look at your triangle. All right, look at your triangle to see if it is a right angle triangle. If it's a right angle triangle, then you ought to be thinking about the Pythagoras theorem or SOHCAHTOA. Again, you need to look if that's a right angle triangle, and if it is a right angle triangle, you need to be thinking about the Pythagoras theorem or SOHCAHTOA. If it is a non-right angle triangle, all right, so it's an oblique triangle, then you ought to be thinking about the sine rule, all right, the also known as the sine formula, all right, or law of sine, and also the cosine rule, all right, also known as the law of cosine. So as I said, we're going to be focusing today on sine rule. So for the sine rule, you can use it to find a side and also a angle, and it states that finding a side, it is a divided by sine A equal b divided by sine B, and is equal to c divided by sine C. You may be thinking, what is that? So let me explain it to you guys. So this is my triangle, and it is ABC. It is labeled ABC. All right, and we use capital letters for the angles. Now, angle A is opposite, all right? Angle A is opposite to BC or CB, and we call that baby A. Angle C is opposite to BA or AB, we call that baby C. And angle B is opposite to AC or CA, we call that baby B. What needs to happen is this. Let me erase this. Let me erase this. Okay. So in order to find a side, you either have to be given angle C, which is opposite to C, or angle B, which is opposite to B, or vice versa. It could be A, it could be this one, opposite this one. It all depends. But therefore, if you realize that you must given at least two opposites, so is that you get two angles and two sides, you must. Alright? So what if I have something in this case, so we want to find a side? Look at this. People, this triangle is not drawn to scale, alright? It's freelance. There we go. Alright, so this is A, B, and C. So say my A is 30, my B is 25, alright? My A, baby A, is equal to 10, and B is equal to, I don't know. So they're asking us to find B. Now what you're going to do, you're going to draw for your formula, which is A divided by sine A equal B divided by sine B equals C divided by sine C. What you're going to do is you're going to substitute what is given. So I know that my A is 10, and that's divided by sine 30, and that is equal to my B, which is baby B divided by sine 25. So guys, we basically substitute what is given, so we don't need this. The next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna cross multiply. Alright, makes life easier. Alright, and now that becomes 10, alright, multiply by sine 25, and that is equal to B multiplied by sine 30. Alright? So I think if you go straight into your calculator, you can say 10 multiplied by sine 25, and that is equal to 4.226, right? And that is equal to B sine 30 times 0.5. Alright? Now, we want to find what B is. And because B is being multiplied by 0.5, we can do the opposite to kill 0.5 by dividing by 0.5, and we do that to both sides to keep it balanced. So this is dead. Cool? Now our B is equal to 4.226 divided by 0.5, and that is equal to 8.45. We can also round this. Our B is equal to 8.5. Alright? But what if we have something like this? Check this one out. Say we have this to be 50, right? And this is 40, right? And they ask us to find B. Alright? They want us to find B. We know that this is 10. Alright, so A. Alright? So this is our triangle labeled ABC. Angle A is 40 and angle C is 50. And the opposite of baby A, angle A, which is baby A, is 10. And they're asking us to find B. Guys, look at this. We know that baby B belongs to angle B. But we don't have an angle. Alright, so how can we find the side? You have to draw for the properties of a triangle. Alright? And we know that one of the properties of a triangle, apart from it has 3 sides, alright, is that it measures the angles measures 180 degrees. Alright? So the first thing you're gonna do, you can how to find angle B. So you want to find angle B. Alright? So angle B is equal to 180, alright, minus 40 minus 50. So our angle B is equal to 90. Now that we know that angle B is 90, we can simply just draw back for our rule. Alright? So we know that we have these two. So we go, so boom. So A divided by sine A is equal to B divided by sine B. Boom. A is 10 over sine 40. And this is equal to B over sine 90. Cool? Cross multiply again. Alright, so we end up with B sine 40 is equal to 10 sine 90. Alright, so what is sine 40? On your calculator, sine 40 is equal to, so this is B 0.643 is equal to, I think sine 90 over 1. Let me double check. So 10 times sine 90 is equal to 10. Alright? Now we want to find B, so we're going to divide both sides by 6.43. Sorry. Alright, 10 divided by 0.643 equals, so B is now equal to 15.6. Alright, it's really 6 15.55. So I round it off to 15.6. And that's how you go about finding a side. Alright, guys? So, guys, we're trying to find an angle. Alright? So, the first thing I always tell my students is whenever you're given a worded problem, you need to just go ahead and draw the triangle and label it. Alright? So, guys, not drawn to scale. Alright? So, this is my P, my Q, and my R. And it tells us that Q is equal to 10.5. P is 6.4. And it says the angle P is 34.7. Alright? And they're asking us to find Q. So we're searching for this. Alright? So we're searching for Q. Alright? Now, draw for our sine rule. You can use any one of the sine rule, whether you want to say A divided by sine A or you want to say sine A divided by A. It doesn't matter, but I like to put the angle at the top whenever I'm trying to find the angle. Alright? So we know that it is sine A divided by A, sine B divided by B, sine C divided by C. Alright? So we're going to substitute. This is PQR, so we can just substitute. So where my A is, I would have P. Alright? So my sine A would be 34.7 divided by 6.4. That is sine. And that is equal to, for my Q, I'm going to have sine Q, alright, divided by 10.5. Alright? Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply. Alright? So when I cross multiply, I now have sine Q, alright, multiplied by 6.4 is equal to 10.5 times sine 34.7. Alright? Right away, we know that we want to get rid of whatever is beside side Q. So we're going to divide by 6.4, both sides. Now, what you can do is this dead. So this is equal to 10.5 multiplied by sine. Get the calculator, guys. So sine 34.7. Alright? So that is equal to 0.569. And that is divided by 6.4. And this is our sine Q. So let's go over here to continue. Now I want to find my Q. And guys, remember that when we're trying to find an angle, we do the inverse. Alright? So we want to find angle Q, so we're going to do the inverse. So my angle Q, right, will now be equal to sine inverse of whatever this is. So let's put this 10.5 times 0.569 equal divided by 6.4 equal. So that's 0.934. Now I'm going to find the sine inverse 0.934. So that's shift. And that angle now is 69.1 degrees. And that's how we go about finding a angle. Thank you for watching, and I'm sure you just did not waste your 15 minutes or so in watching this video. I pray that it may be helpful to somebody. And guys, please remember to share up the thing and subscribe. Don't just watch the video, but subscribe, no man. Yeah, and guys, peace out. See you next time. Please remember to wear your mask, hand sanitize, do the regular protocols. Okay, guys? So see you next time, and you don't know. One love, a prayer day, keep the devil away. See you next time.